Hey, good morning everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. Hi Casey, hi Cassie, hi Tina. This is Mrs. Claus. Hi Kim. Mrs. Claus, you can see her sign right there. She's pretty elusive, but she just finished breakfast. Hey Kathy, hi Audra, good morning. Hi Ivan and Sue, good morning Debbie. Hi Tammy, hey Chris, good morning. You made it to alive. Good morning Deb. Hi Jessica. So this is Mrs. Claus just grooming after breakfast. Hey Jane. She can be very hidey after breakfast, so we caught her at a good time. I'm just not gonna walk all the way up to her because I'm pretty sure she'll run. Hi Lori. Hi Barbie, good morning. So just giving you guys some time to join in and share, and hey Kelly. Oh, two Kellys. Good morning, Kellys. Hey Bree, good morning. Mrs. Claus, this was your holiday. So I thought we'd see some small cats today. I know the last couple of lives I've done, I've pretty much skirted the outside of the sanctuary. So today we're gonna try to walk around in the middle here. Just have to be patient with my connection. Sometimes my Wi-Fi cuts in and out over here. So she's gonna sneak back into her feeding lockout. Good morning, Rosie. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sherry. Good morning in Oklahoma. Hey, Carrie Ann. So she's gonna get all the last little bits of food. So Mrs. Claus is a bobcat. She's actually a native Florida bobcat, but she came in with pretty severe head trauma with a male bobcat that we think was probably a sibling. And he did fabulous in the rehab program, but Mrs. was just never totally right. She never kind of learned the hunting aspect, which sending her back out into the wild like that would have been certain death. She wanted to be friends with her food. So she became a permanent resident here a couple years ago now. She's one of the younger cats. There's a beacher. Figured we'd get our end of year beacher report maybe. He's had breakfast though, so now he might just not be as chatty. Hi! Hey Chloe, good morning. If you guys are ever curious to learn about each and every cat that calls Big Cat Rescue home, you can do that on our website, bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Hi Antoinette, good morning. Hi Tina. So this is Beecher. Beecher is a Savannah cat. Hi Suzanne, good morning. Hey Lisa. So Beecher is a hybrid. It means he was mixed between an African serval and like a domestic house cat. Beach, you don't got much to say today? Not much to say. Hey Sonia, good morning. Hi Bruce and Eric. Chris, it is not super cold. I checked and we're supposed to get up to 79 today. Hi, I know, that's crap, huh, Beecher? It's like it gets down into the 30s and 40s and then back up into the 70s and 80s, which for people like me, that is surely gonna send my sinuses into a fit. You're probably already hearing me a little like raspy and congested, but hey, good morning, Jess. So Beecher was privately owned until they discovered that he is not a pet. They did declaw him, which just created more aggression because he wanted to become a biter. And I have a fully clawed cat at home, and she will still bite the heck out of you if you've petted her for too long, so I cannot even imagine. Oh, I see somebody staring at us that you guys will probably want to see. Mr. Pharaoh. Hi, Pharaoh. There's Mrs. again. Whoa, she's like, I'm out of here. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Meow. 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 Hi, sir. This is Pharaoh. Pharaoh's a 21-year-old white African serval. They're not supposed to be white. They are normally that black and tan with some spots and stripes. His parents were a little bit too closely related and carrying a gene called leucism. So you can see he has an African serval spot on his neck. He's got very bad arthritis. Hybrid cats have just a plethora of health issues generally. This is his old man Zooms. He still gets around. He'll still beat you to lockout for breakfast. Where you going? Where you going, sir? So there's his spot right there. Where are we going, Zoomy old man? So he is on a couple different types of medications for pain management and mobility. So he's just waiting on breakfast. You can see that what we've done for him, because he absolutely loves hanging out on top of his dens. He's got 2 of these. And so we flipped over his ramp and then filled it with dirt and grass seeds so that he can grip more easily to climb up. So I have been working on all of our January birthdays. The first 27 days of January, every single day, we will be celebrating a different cat's birthday. Because when we take in cats, we get very little information or very little real information, because people that are breeding these animals and trading them and selling them don't keep very good records generally. And so we don't always know exact ages when they arrive. He's like, I don't know, I'm gonna mosey that way. Let's see who else is out over in this corner. I was gonna try to see Moses and Bailey. I know I don't get to show them all that often, and they're usually more active in the mornings. So let me pop over there real quick. So anyway, we generally use our best guesstimate with any records that are provided, and then medical exams for the cats. And we guesstimate if we know the month or the year, we just make it the very first day of that month or year. And so we have 26 cats and 1 rescue anniversary, all on January 1st. So we are going to be celebrating all month long. So there are 2 bobcats that live over in this enclosure. I'm gonna check some of the usual spots. I thought I saw Bailey out. Oh, hi! There's a Moses. Is this your new jam? This is Moses. Thank you to all of our moderators and all of our regulars who are helping any of our newcomers understand what they're watching this morning. We have around 50 permanent residents on 67 acres here in Tampa, Florida. We've been here for 28 years, and a lot has changed in those 28 years. So this is Moses having his after breakfast bath. Yeah, it was actually rainy this morning. I was a little unsure if I was going to be able to do a live this morning because it was raining on my whole drive here, but I think it cleared out of this area by the time I got here. Did you get a piece of straw in your mouth? Yeah, Moses to me is one of the most beautiful bobcats. He's this really beautiful tan color. Kind of reminds me of Frankie, but more spotted. And then he's got these really beautiful, like, bluish green eyes. Moses had been abandoned at our front gate when he was a kitten, but too imprinted to be rehabbed and released. I saw somebody say, can't you tell age by blood work? There's a lot you can tell by medical exams, but it still doesn't give you the exact date. So we just use educated guesses and we try to give them all like a unique birthday, but for the most part, the industry standard is to pick the first. So many cats for January 1st, including the first one we'll celebrate. I'm gonna go oldest to youngest. So we are gonna do Miss Amanda Tiger first. Aren't you so cute? Thank you, Chrissy, very much for that donation. Hey, Jim, good morning. This is Moses. Moses. Where's Bailey? Where's Bailey? Where's Miss Bales? Where's Miss Bales? He is so handsome, and he's quite a large bobcat. You can see he basically takes up this whole large den that he's in. Did she go across the bridge? Did she go over there? Where'd she go? Huh? What do you think? Let's see. Let's see if there's a Bailey. They have this awesome bridge that leads them over, and Bailey really enjoys that section back there. But I am not seeing her, and that den is not easy to actually spot her in. So we'll just keep going, but that was a really nice moment with Moses. So as I mentioned when I first started this live, this area of the sanctuary, for some reason, I just do not carry a good signal. So if it freezes on you, just leave and come back. Or you can rewatch at the very end. It posts automatically. It'll post over at dailybigcat.com. Actually, let's see if Shiloh and Philmo are around. Shiloh and Philmo are on the list for the January birthdays. Shiloh can be pretty silly in the mornings. Just gotta find him. There's a bobcat tail. Hi, Shiloh. Oh my goodness. Hi, cutie pie. Hi, cutie pie. Isn't it absolutely amazing how different all these bobcats look? This is Shiloh. Oh my word, how handsome. How handsome. Yes, very handsome with that pink nose. Bobcats can be found all over the U.S. The farther north you go, usually the bigger, the lighter in color that they are, a little less spotty. They all have those ear flashes though, and bobcats you can tell because they have that white stripe underneath their tail. Oh, that's a very zoomy look right there. And if it's a lynx in the northern regions, then the tail looks like it was dipped in black ink. And then the farther south you go with bobcats, the more spotty they can be, darker in color and much smaller, less fluffy. Our northern bobcats you can always tell because they like triple in size as soon as it starts to get cooler here. And our Florida bobcats thicken up slightly too, but not nearly as much. Yep, exactly, April. Bobcats are just like humans, all shapes, sizes, and colors, and can be found all over. You look like you want to be feisty, but yeah, cute boy. Shiloh was one of our last rescues of last year. We didn't bring in any new cats in 2020, but 2019, at the end of the year, we got Shiloh, Philmo, Mouser, and Tom Tom, as well as Ariel in our witness protection, and then our 3 Guatemala male circus tigers. So we had a lot of rescues, a lot of expenses come in at the end of last year. Part of our mission is to care for the cats that we have and help end the trade, because we don't believe these cats should be born for life in cages. But once they've been born and raised by people in captivity, they can never be set free, so it's a vicious cycle. Thank you to everybody who is sharing these live feeds. That helps us reach new people, new donors, new supporters. I don't know if you guys saw, but we had a $14,000 match for our end of year. So I know if you've signed up to get emails from us, you've gotten at least 2 emails about that. And then I've made a couple posts on the main page as well. Our supporters are absolutely amazing. We couldn't do any of this without you guys. I was gonna see if Philmo was out. Usually, oh, he's up in his tree. I was gonna say, usually he is out moving around right now. Thank you, Terry, for the donation. Hi, Philmo. Hi, silly boy. Philmo up in his tree. It's a little bit hard for me to get a good shot. There we go. Chloe, thanks for asking about Pocus. So, oh goodness, did you rough at me? So Pocus is a little rehab squirrel. Her and her brother fell 30 feet out of a tree, and she suffered quite a bit of like head trauma. And she was always kind of a poor doer. She never really liked to nurse or eat very well, so it would take us forever to feed her. Finally, we had transitioned her and Pocus into eating solid foods, and we upgraded them into the rehab hospital, and they were in there for a few days. And I went in and noticed that she was just kind of sniffling a little bit. Didn't see anything physical, just kind of heard her doing it. And a couple days later, then there was like discharge, so we started her on meds. We've changed her meds twice now. We just extended them for another week, starting today. And yesterday, for the first time, I used a nebulizer with her, just with saline, just to see if we could loosen up some of the congestion. She's trying to breathe out of her mouth instead of her nose. She's still eating. She still gets kind of feisty and active, but she's definitely not out of the woods. So please keep sending your positive thoughts. Thank you, Teresa, very much for the donation. I'm a pretty tired mama right now. She's definitely a full-time job. I take her home with me so that I can keep a really close eye on her. I don't leave her here at night. But Pocus, her brother, is doing absolutely amazing. And he'll probably get to go actually outside soon, which will be exciting. But for right now, just send your positive vibes for little Pocus. Yeah, that was definitely Cheryl, you're right. That was Philmo waving me goodbye with his tail, like, you can go now. I have had enough of you. All right, let's head back over into the middle here. So she's very sweet, very cuddly. She actually really enjoys being held and pet, so she's getting a lot of spoiled attention. Her teeth, so last week before we took a little mini extended weekend getaway, we did take her to the vet, a wildlife vet down the street, and they trimmed her teeth. And we thought that really helped a lot, but she's back to doing some of the stuff she was doing even before that. So we just aren't totally sure. So I've been keeping her super warm. We've been giving her steam showers and then warming her up and just trying to get rid of that congestion. I'm that way when I get sick. If I can't breathe out of my nose, I am absolutely miserable. And that seems to be what's going on with her. So we're a little worried about trauma from when she fell out of the tree. So, and again, we're talking about a squirrel named Pocus that's in our rehab program right now. This is Running Bear. Bear. What? Are you grumbling? Are you grumbling? Yeah. Are you grumbling because I didn't bring you more breakfast? Probably. Thank you, Julie, for the donation. See if he'll tolerate me getting closer. Hi, Bear. Oh, my goodness sakes. Hi. My talkative boy. You definitely would have been in the chatty section of the sanctuary. Chatty section. We have a number of cats that talk back to you. He is definitely one of them. Yep, that was definitely him telling me to get off his lawn. I've always thought of Running Bear as the little old man that sits on his porch to yell at kids that ride their bike through his front yard. I won't keep harassing. I'm just looking for your neighbors. You don't see any neighbors. He's following a scent. Wow. I know. You're just so handsome. You're just so handsome. I love how spotted he is. Silvery and spotted. I know. Going into my den. And out the other side to get away from you. I was looking for Simba. His new spot. Yeah, okay. His spot has been in these ferns over here. So let me see. Simba is another Savannah cat. You'll see he looks similar yet also different from Beecher, who we saw earlier. Sim! Hi! It's a very cozy spot. Let's find one where your leaf... There we go. Maybe I can zoom in. Simba Savannah. His nose looks really amazing right now. He's got a bit of a mosquito allergy in the same way that some of our other servals do. And being in Florida, so he's on a medication that is incredibly difficult to give him sometimes. Look at that look. That is one heck of a look. That's a, if you walk near me, I'm gonna swipe you look. Which he does. He has one of those overhead tunnels that he loves to lay on top of, and then if you try to walk under it, he yells at you. He's a very chatty guy as well. But he's full-bellied right now, so not much to say. Well, I want to thank the 5 of you that donated today and everybody who's been sharing this. We've seen quite a few of the smaller cats this morning. Yes, you're right. People do sell these Savannah cats. It's a really disgusting industry. In order to make a Savannah cat that looks like an exotic cat but is chill like a domestic cat, there's a lot of throwaway cats. There's a lot of cats killing each other in the process of mating. Kittens will come out plain looking, but extremely wild and making terrible pets. So we see a lot of Savannahs and hybrids getting abandoned. So we just don't think that they wouldn't exist in the wild. They shouldn't exist for a life in a cage or a small apartment or whatever people do. It's all about, you know, the ego of having like a wild cat. They can be a lot of work. They're very expensive. They're extremely picky eaters. He's awfully handsome though, isn't he? So handsome. All right, well, I do plan to do a walkabout tomorrow morning as well. It'll be the last one of the year, if you can believe it. Pharaoh's over here eating breakfast. We'll see him again as we pass by. I was gonna go check on Dryden, see if he's forgiven me from yesterday. There's Miss Ariel getting cozy on top of her platform. I don't know if you can... Oh goodness. She blends right in up there. It's grooming. I think for me, Ariel is the most elusive cat on property. I never get to see her. And she's so pretty. The photos I have seen people get of her, she's just so pretty. The only photos I can ever get of her are her laying up on top of that platform. So I don't know who is where this morning. Dryden and Kewlona are 2 Bobcats that live here, and they've been my operant cats for a while now. Operant conditioning is something we use as a tool for medical reasons and to be able to get our eyes on cats that we think might be having an issue of some sort. And yesterday, I had to get Dryden. Hi, sir. Hi, handsome. What a good boy. I know I don't have any treats, but I'm just glad that you'll walk by me. Gonna get on your platform? So Dryden had to be closed into his lockout yesterday so the vet could give him some vaccines. And we did it. So that was Dryden over there. Kewlona's over here pacing around with Flint. Hi, pretty girl. So they're both a little freaked out because, of course, she was in the enclosure too. Into my den. They are extremely shy. But there's your little drive-bys of Kewlona and Dryden. We'll go over to Nabisco and Flint, and that's where we'll end today. Hi, pretty. Hi, honey. I know, I gave you treats yesterday too. She got good girl treats for tolerating all the ruckus that went on with Dryden. So if you want to rewatch this, again, it'll post automatically on our Facebook page, and then it goes to dailybigcat.com. There's a Q&A with Brittany playlist. Hi, handsome. This is Flint. This is the Flintster. And there's the biscuit, Nabisco. They live together, but during feeding, we always separate the cats. The cats are separated for enrichment, operant, and feeding, unless 2 trainers are present, and that both cats are equally getting the same treats, toys, or what have you. With feeding, we just close the separating door like you can see here. And as soon as all the food has been picked up, so we know they would never ever fight over it, then we will open this door, and then they have all the sections that they are split into right now. Nabisco used to live with Mrs. Claus, who we saw earlier, and unfortunately she, as I mentioned, is quite special. And Nabisco is quite special. He doesn't hear or see very well. And so it's like we're trying to wake the dead sometimes when you want to do operant or give him something, because he just sleeps so hard. But he doesn't always know what's going on around him. So that's why it's really important to separate him from Flint, because he had been attacked by Mrs. Claus. Had to be rushed in for stitches and things like that. And so Flint is no different. He's a special rehab bobcat that could not go free, and so they've been doing amazing together, but you always have to watch with food and toys. Just never know. He's absolutely special in my heart. He's a very special boy. You can see what's left. There's looks like little bits of paper in their enclosure. That's pretty much what's left of their snowball fight. Go back. Oh, hi, Kewlona. She's sitting over on the side next to Flint. Sorry, babe. I'll leave so you guys can bond. Oh, I was looking for you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? All right, say bye, boys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this morning, and I really appreciate, again, the donations, everybody sharing, everybody helping out in the comments, making this a safe, educational spot for everybody to learn about the issues surrounding big cats in captivity and in the wild. Please check out our website, bigcatrescue.org, and you can learn all about these cats. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a great day.